Today in The Blind Pig, we're going to do a blind taste test of these 6 pumpkin beers to figure out which is the best widely available pumpkin beer on the market. Hey everyone, welcome back once again to The Blind Pig. As always, I'm your host, Jason. Longtime viewers of the channel will remember previous videos where I say I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin beers. However, my favorite out there in the market is the Southern Tier Pumpkin. Lots of friends that watch the videos and people in the comments left suggestions for other pumpkin beers that if I like this one, I might like as well. Decided I'm going to gather all the results for the most popular beers amongst my friends and do once and for all the ultimate blind pumpkin beer taste test. So for today, we got 6 beers lined up here on the table. Going to go ahead and blindly try each one out and decide once and for all which of these is my favorite. I tried to choose 6 beers that were available nationally or at least regionally. I think the only one that's not for sure is the Trogs. It's available Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey area probably. Maybe not outside of that, but the rest of these I believe you could probably find either all around the country or at least all up and down the East Coast where I'm located. For our first beer, I have the Rogue Pumpkin Patch Ale. It's an ale brewed with roasted pumpkins. So we'll try that one out. Then I got my tried and true Pumpkin from Southern Tier. This is an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. It's 8.6% ABV. When I say it's my favorite, again, I'm not a huge pumpkin beer guy. 1 or 2 I'm great with. Beyond that, I'd switch to something else typically. Then we have the aforementioned Trogs Master of Pumpkins. This is a ale brewed with Pennsylvania pumpkin and spices. I've heard good things about it. Some friends said they love it. We have the Sam Adams, probably the most widely available one, Jacko Pumpkin Ale. It's also the least expensive one as well. It's about half the price of the other singles. We have our Shipyard Smashed Pumpkin Imperial Pumpkin Ale. That's a 9%er. And then last, but maybe not least, we'll see. From Heavy Seas Beer, we have the Greater Pumpkin. Pumpkin ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, aged in bourbon barrels. Ooh, what's the ABV on that? 10%. All right, so we got 3 heavyweights here. Going to go ahead, guys, and take a quick cut. I'm going to pour these out, mix my glasses up, and go ahead and walk you through what I'm doing. Be right back. All right, got them all poured out here. You might be wondering if they're in exact order. How is this really a blind challenge? I'll explain how. So we've used these great whiskey challenge glasses before. They say they're for whiskey. We've used them for tequila before. They were for beer. Really, any liquid they'll work for. They have a letter on the bottom. I can't see the letter when I'm drinking from the top. So what I'm going to do is just mix these up. I know you might think to yourself, well, if you really wanted to remember, it's like the ball trick. I don't know. I've already lost track. After my second move here, I'm talking, I'm spinning cups. I truly have no idea which beer is which. Some of them look darker, some of them look lighter. If I had to make a guess, I could say some of these are imperial, some of these are ales. Don't really know. So let's go ahead. I'm going to try these out from my left to my right. I'm going to kind of rank them as I go, give some tasting notes. Let's see what we think. Cheers. So again, I don't know what letter I'm drinking. You guys can see what the letters are on the front. We'll check at the end which one ranks as my favorite. Very mild. Wow, very... I barely get any pumpkin there. Just a hint of pumpkin flavor, maybe a little kiss of that allspice. Very, very light on the pumpkin. So far, in terms of like being a good beer, that would be my first choice, but it's also the first beer I drank. So let's keep going. Yeah, so you got a ton of vanilla in this one. Almost artificial. I don't care for that one. I'm going to start ranking these like this. So I got my first and my last over here. Don't love that one at all. Let's go ahead and try the next one. Again, very mild on the pumpkin flavor. It's an easy drinking beer. I'm going to rank that first right now. Not a big difference, but a difference. Next one up. Smells good. That's the first one I would say really tastes like pumpkin. It's not over the top. In fact, I like that quite a bit. Do I like pumpkin beers all of a sudden? That's the best one so far, without a question. So, all right. I got my clear last, my clear favorite so far. Second and third are close, but we'll see what we got for the rest of them here. Cheers. Ooh. Hmm. Now that's a lot of pumpkin. This would be, if you're a pumpkin lover, this might be the one you go for. It's a lot. A lot of that allspice. Vanilla, nutmeg, pumpkin. It is still a good beer. And because it's more pumpkin than the other two, I'm going to rank that second right now. And we got one beer left. Cheers. A lot of cinnamon in that one. That's heavy on the cinnamon, which isn't a bad thing. I'm going to give that one a third. I got them in my order of best to least. Let's see which one from last to first I like the most. Starting with my least favorite was letter E. Letter E was the Shipyard Smashed Pumpkin. This one had like an over-the-top vanilla flavor to it. Was not my favorite. I'm going to rank these as I go along here to match what I'm drinking. So that one is my least favorite so far. Next, we've got the letter C, which is the Trogs, a local favorite. Never loved this beer. That kind of explains why. Love Trogs Brewing. If you have a chance to try their beer, definitely do it. Check out the brewery as well in Hershey. It's gorgeous. Next up is letter A, which is the Rogue Pumpkin Patch Ale. Interesting, our 3 cans came in last. Not sure if there's anything to that or not. Next, we got our letter D, which I kind of got these mixed up. I believe that's this one. That is our Sam Adams Jacko. That's the one I said that was very light, very easy drinking, more like lagerish, not a lot of pumpkin to it. All right. Next up, so now we got the one I previously said is my favorite pumpkin beer out there, and the one I never had before, the Heavy Seas Greater Pumpkin. Let's see which one takes it. So, second place is B, which is the pumpkin. So there you go. The beer I always said is my favorite pumpkin beer is my second favorite pumpkin beer. That's very interesting to me. I thought for sure that was going to win, and I like the beer a lot. I mean, it was my second choice, clearly. Still like the beer, would be happy to drink that, and I'm going to finish that off camera. But yeah, my winner, a surprise upset here, the Greater Pumpkin by Heavy Seas Beer, Uncharted Water Series, pumpkin ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, aged in bourbon barrels. Let me see if I get more of that bourbon taste or not. Let me try it again here, now I know what it is. A little on the smell. I mean, I don't get a ton of that bourbon finish, which maybe is what you want for a bourbon finish beer. You don't want it to be over the top alcohol in your face. That's not. I mean, that's a good beer. And again, I think I said it was 10%. Yeah, 10%. As fall approaches and thoughts turn to Halloween, we roll out the Greater Pumpkin, a copper ale with notes of vanilla, oak, pumpkin, and flavors of autumnal spice. That's a good beer, guys. So there you go. The Blind Pig is saying Heavy Seas Beer, the Greater Pumpkin, is my #1 pumpkin beer out there. Go ahead, guys. Pick some up in your area. Check it out. I think you're going to like it. Thanks for watching the video. Please leave a comment below, like the video, share it out. We'll see you soon, guys. Cheers.